But so much football, of course. Manchester City, the defending champions. Manchester United with Varane and Sancho. Chelsea, the European champions. Sometimes almost in the discussion, Liverpool champions the season before last don't get quite as much exposure, but they play like that going forward. They're going to give as good as they get with everybody else.
I think for Liverpool fans as well, it looked as though watching that game they had more gears to go through if needed. But the positive is that Virgil van Dijk played 90 minutes. Matip's one of the most underrated defenders in the Premier League. They've got all the front men. They've got Salah, who had a rest in the summer for the first time in a long time. Same as Mane. Firmino come off the bench and he's just so elegant the way he plays the game. He sees it differently. He's quite simplistic in his style. It wasn't even Liverpool's first stretch of midfield. So you go away from home. I think I went there 92 or 93 to play Norwich away, first day of the Premier League season, and we lost. So it's going to be a hard place to go and play. Norwich, I felt a bit for them. They had a few players missing with COVID. They need a couple more signings from the door. They were a little bit one-paced. Looking wasn't getting in the box enough. Campbell wasn't his day. So for Liverpool, it was the ideal opponent for them. It was easy street, I think, for Liverpool.
And as we saw last season, and we saw with the goal scorers, Jota is as worthy of a starting line as any of the other famous three, as it were. So you now basically got four goes into three, with Fabinho, Jota, and Mane and Salah comes the attacking position.
Yeah, agreed. I just think Jota's a very clever footballer, and this is where you want to see Trent. We need to see Trent in those areas. Salah gets those in areas, touching. He wanted to control it for himself. He's never going to set anybody up in the box.
One of the assists.
Getting assists there. And Jota's always in and around where he thinks the ball's going to be. So another source of goals. You'd expect Jota to get you 12, 15.
Yeah.
You know, everything.
They should be in the conversation.
Yeah, they should. But I think Klopp will be happy not to be.
Yeah, I think probably so.
But this is what I like about Firmino. You know, you're looking there. Can you play the right ball? Yes. Now, obviously, they get a huge struggle on the way forced to Mo Salah, but he's not selfish. And then you expect to finish.
Firmino's still alive. Norwich have switched off. Look, it's
It's good top of the pitch there. Who's that not getting back there for Norwich?
Yeah. Defender was terrible.
You know, surely you can see the danger of playing against Liverpool. Liverpool will be happy not to be spoken about. Just to go under the radar, keep getting results.
It seems amazing to think that the team have just been deposed as champions. We have to talk about under the radar. But that's why I make a point. I think with all the summer activity now with Lukaku and the European champions, I think they are at Chelsea. That's 5 opening days in a row.
Yeah, what's his touch here? Don't want to see this.
I love that.
That first touch.
You know what I like?
Salah there.
I like the way he puts the backspin on.
Yeah, the backspin on it, exactly. It's really hard to see as a punter. He's actually controlled that on purpose, so it doesn't go too far away from him.
They start well, don't they? These are opening days under Jurgen Klopp. Only once have they failed to win, and even that time they got 3 or 1.
Because he has a ready mark. You know, we talk about Man City being a little bit leggy and a yard behind. You know Liverpool in the year they got their work hard in pre-season to always deliver. That's how you do it. But they always seem ready for match day one, don't they? And if players aren't ready, like Firmino, like Fabinho, you're on the bench. Yeah. Because the squad now is competitive. Simicast played well at left back.
And he's going to have a few weeks, and of course, Van Dijk is back. You wanted to ask Don something about Van Dijk coming back from his ACL.
Just going back in on when you were at West Ham. When you were at West Ham, the game I refereed, when you got a really serious knee injury, Virgil. He's been out for 12 months. When the referee goes up at the start of the match, what was going through his mind?
He would be as nervous as you like. He would be, what's Virgil, 27, 28?
Yeah.
In and around that. He would have felt like a 17-year-old, 18-year-old. It would have all been brand new to him, because when you're out for a long time, and an ACL rehab is one of the most brutal rehabs out there, I can vouch for that. And when you're back into the fold, where I thought it was really sensible, Chris, he didn't stretch himself too much. He didn't go in the box for too many corners and wide free kicks. He let the game come to him. You know, he's elegant as you like. He's not lost a yard of pace. His position is right, and he made everything nice and simple. And that's what you've got to do, because I keep talking about things like muscle memory. And he said it after the game. You asked the question, how do you feel? And he went, I'll be better, because my first day back I was a bit nervous. I wouldn't say he was rusty, but you know, he didn't have too much.
Does he want to get clattered?
Sometimes a clatter can be a good thing.
Yeah.
I've told you at the time in training, Thomas Repka absolutely clattered me. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. So there'll be a point whether in training or he comes up against a big side, he has a 50-50, and someone either goes through him or he goes through someone else, and he lands uncomfortably, and then he goes, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm okay.
There's more to come from him.
Chris, that does happen to you with an injury. I had it with my broken leg. Rehab, like, Paul Scholes, we know he can't tackle.
No.
He went straight through me, 50-50, I thought, I'm okay. Broke my neck. There was a cross from Alan Thompson, remember Alan Thompson?
Yes.
Left foot, so he actually pinned it in, the ball's coming to me, I'm thinking, go ahead. I headed it, I knew I was fine. So there's always a moments during really bad rehab where you go, you know, I'm alright now. I'm alright.
His game's got, you know, anything about Liverpool, clean sheet for Virgil, in terms of his own performance. You play well, tick, clean sheet, tick.
Yeah.
You spray some nice passes, tick. You walk away from that, you go, I'll take that.
Okay.
Let's have a look at Norwich's next few fixtures. It's quite a tough reintroduction to life in the Premier League. So they've had the Liverpool defeat. They go to the Champions next, then Leicester. Then they go to Arsenal, Watford, Everton and Burnley after that. So Man City and Leicester are off the back of Liverpool.
If you look at that, you go Arsenal win, Watford.
Where's Everton away? Good
Yeah.
I think they're in trouble, Mark.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm loath to say after one game that team can be in trouble when you lose. But they've got a lot of work to do with playing Premier League. Liverpool
In the mix along with everybody else, and they'll be in the mix as well. The European champions Chelsea. Let's go to Stamford Bridge, see Chelsea in action against Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace, Keith Andrews and Gary Tackhouse with us.
So the European champions Chelsea get their Premier League season underway just 3 days after lifting the Super Cup in Belfast. A daunting start to the campaign for Crystal Palace, who lost all of their last 7 meetings with Chelsea. Alonso, all the time in the world to get the ball in, which he did. And they're getting players into the box again. Pulisic getting his head to the ball this time.
That's what
Ball from Alonso, as you would expect, with quality. Straight up greater. Mount. So that's the little touch. Mount, a possibility as well, of course. It is Alonso. Oh, he's got it! Chelsea's first clearly double the season, and it's scored by Marcus Alonso. And you can hardly say that Chelsea don't deserve it.
Well, Chelsea have been outstanding. Marcus Alonso was always going to take this free kick. The technique is exceptional. Later, no chance.
Christensen. Mount has been equipped there. Back to Mason Mount. Ball in the post. It's loose. It's in. It's a second goal. Well, he just tucked it in off the bar. Pulisic. Chelsea double their money. Palace have put no answer to this at all.
But so far for Crystal Palace, they haven't been able to deal with Chelsea's right hand side. Azpilicueta and Mason Mount rotating positions. Azpilicueta comes now. There's the space for Mason Mount. They're working really well. Little 1-2. Christian Pulisic is joining on the spot. He's been really, really bright, hasn't he? Expect a big season for him. Takes a little deflection. They get exactly what they deserve. 2-0 up.
What the hell?
From Jorginho to Alonso. And a big chance to pretty much kill the game right there.
One side to the other at the right time. It's not easy. Timo Werner, the reaction, just tries to steer it inside the post.
So much to admire about this first half performance from Chelsea. Werner. Mats. Jorginho looking for Marcus Alonso. Well, still quite White got a really good hand to it.
for Chelsea, it really is. One side to the other, very much stretching. He's done so well. And there's Alonso backside. He knows he's got to beat it, just hangs it up. Guaita makes no chances.
Chalobah. Crowd desperate to shoot. Oh, beauty! A moment to remember for Chalobah. A Premier League debut goal.
That's probably the loudest cheer of the day at Stamford Bridge. They work it, neat, tidy, Jorginho up the hook, and then it's where the spirit man is. Steps in with confidence, could have easily gone to the right, safe ball to Azpilicueta, and he strikes it sweet.
The European champions off to a flyer on the first weekend of the Premier League season. Thomas Tuchel's side utterly dominant against Crystal Palace. Back to the drawing board for Patrick Vieira for sure. It's finished at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 3, Crystal Palace 0.
We reached, I think, close to our 100% for today, which is not our 100% in total, but given the fact of a complicated pre-season and the match on Wednesday was very, very good. We're very tired now in the dressing room, and this is how it should be, and this is how it should feel.
We try to frustrate them, but I think the free kick that we concede make it even more difficult. But you know, we knew what we were missing before the game, and that just showed that we still have a lot of work to do.
So that was a very comfortable win for the European champions. And then you overlay Lukaku on that team as well, and you're thinking, wow, they've got as much attacking intent and talent as anybody. I mean, I'm going to forget somebody here, but Lukaku, Havertz wasn't even playing, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, Werner, probably Pulisic, there we go. It's incredible, isn't it, what they've got at their disposal.
And that's why they are title contenders, Chelsea. And I like what Thomas Tuchel says. I like the way at the start of the season, there's no waffle, there's no, oh, we're going to try and finish in the top 4, or it's going to be difficult this season. He goes, we're going to hunt down Man City. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that as a fan, I love that as a player, because it's intent, isn't it? And then you go, right, what do we need? You know, Jorginho was their top Premier League goal scorer last season, so what do we need? We need a striker. Who's one of the best 4 or 5 strikers in the world? Lukaku.